What's up, everybody? My name is Chad. You're watching Downshift Pass, and this is the 2025 Toyota 4Runner. Now, before we start this drive, I realized I forgot to talk about one of the most important parts of the 4Runner, and that's going to be this iForce Max engine here. Now, there has been a lot of discord about this power plant. Let me go ahead and get this prop here. Now, this is a hood that is held up by a prop. It's not power struts, which I think is good because this is a purpose-built vehicle and it's one less thing that can go wrong on the road. But folks, this is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder hybrid engine, as you can see from the orange cords back there, and it produces 329 horsepower, 435 pound-feet of torque. So some really healthy numbers. Now, this vehicle is over 5,000 pounds. It is a nice sized truck, but this is the engine here. No more V6, no more V8. This is what you're going to get with the Trailhunter. Now, I do want to point out this intake here. This is specific to the Trailhunter model. The TRD Pro has its own intake, and then the limited and regular models, they also have their own. So this is specific to the Trailhunter. It's what helps make those nice noises from that snorkel or whatever they want to call it that sits on the side here. But we're going to get a little bit more into the engine with the drive here. I know a lot of people don't want this vehicle for the engine, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Forerunner. One thing I noticed the most about this vehicle is how many 4Runners are still on the road. Now, I'm going to crack this window here. Take a listen. Folks, that's the noises that you get from that. I'm just going to call it an intake, but from that intake. Now, with the window up, you don't really hear it too much whatsoever. And that's one thing that I absolutely love that they did. So some really good sound deadening going on over there. Now, one of the first things I noticed about this power plant as well is it is a 4-cylinder, but it doesn't sound as trashy, or thrashy, I should say, both really, as you would expect a 4-cylinder to sound, as I expected a 4-cylinder to sound. Like I said, it's a 2.4 liter engine, so a relatively small engine. It is turbocharged as well. And one of the best features about this engine that I think a lot of people, especially from previous 4Runners, would appreciate is just how peppy it is. If you know the last engine, V8 or V6, they were all right engines. 5-speed, I believe, automatic transmissions, maybe 6. But this one has made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. So you got a lot of nice gears to help with the gas mileage. You got a smaller engine footprint that's supposed to help with gas mileage. We're going to talk about the gas mileage though. But while I come to this stop sign, I'm going to put it in its sport mode here and just do a little quick 0 to 60. Now, I'm going to brake torque it just for fun. So foot on the brake, on the throttle, let it go. And there we go, folks. That was about 60. A lot of the publications say it'll do 0 to 60 in the high 6 second. I've seen 6.8, right at 7 seconds. So pretty decent numbers for a 5,000 pound SUV. Now, this is a Trailhunter model, so you're not going to be drag racing it like that. However, the low end torque on this vehicle is truly spectacular. I'm gonna crack the window just so we can hear those noises one more time. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera. When you let off the throttle, it does a little noise. It just sounds really awesome, really unique. Now, on-road performance of the Trailhunter model specifically really actually impressed me, because this car drives a lot smoother than its looks suggests. I think when you look at it, you think off-roady, you have the knobby tires, those cross-country tires. It just gives more of an off-road presence. But on-road, I mean, you can daily drive this vehicle and not have any comfort issues whatsoever, especially with the heated seats and the cool seats, the heated steering wheel that's on right now. It's a really comfortable drive. All right, setting out onto the highway in the 4Runner Trailhunter. I really wanted to do a highway drive with this vehicle because, believe it or not, I think this is where this truck shines. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is wind noise. I don't know if it's going to pick up much on the camera, but you do have some pretty loud wind noise. But you have to remember that ARB metal roof rack is sitting on top of the roof. And if you can look past that and keep in mind what's up there, it's really not going to bother you too bad. But outside of that is the comfort that this vehicle has. Now, over bumps, expansion joints, and things of that nature, it is a little bouncy. But if you are an off-roader, you definitely kind of want a softer suspension, because it's going to prove to be a lot more comfortable, and you can undulate it a lot more when you're on the off-road trails. Now, as far as handling goes, of course, this is not a sports car, but just this curve right here to show you. As you can see, once it gets planted in there, it does really nicely in the curves. For such an off-road focused SUV, it's not uncomfortable. I don't feel unsafe. It doesn't feel supremely top heavy that I think I'm going to flip if I'm doing something like that. It's actually really nice. And then when you get it to highway speed and you're cruising with traffic, you kind of forget that you're in the top of the line off-roady model. And it's just really nice and comfortable. Now, I do want to talk gas mileage, because these Toyotas, especially their new SUVs and trucks, have smaller tanks. So, I mean, I think the furthest I've been able to go on a tank was a little less than 300 miles, which comes right out to about 17 or 18 miles per gallon. So not great gas mileage, especially that you would expect from a hybrid vehicle. But what I learned about the iForce Max is that Max lets you know that this hybrid is not about gas mileage. It's all about maximizing power. So the horsepower and the torque are the things that you're really going to maximize and you really notice in this vehicle. So gas mileage, not the best, but if you're buying something like this, I'm going to assume that's more secondary to you than anything else. Now, for highway driving, you also do have some really great goodies as far as safety goes. Now, this vehicle does have adaptive cruise control. You know, this car is blind spot, but they do have adaptive cruise control, so it will maintain a lane for you. It'll get so close to a vehicle before it begins to brake on its own, and it'll also brake and come to a complete stop. Now, one of my favorite features I really had to get used to is the pre-collision system. If you're familiar with one-pedal driving, it's almost like that, to where if I'm pulling up on a vehicle, just even on the street, the car will automatically just start braking. And once you get used to it, you can just modulate everything with the gas pedal. Now, that is not going to come to a complete stop without it being an emergency situation. So you definitely have to keep that in mind. But if you are, for some reason, not paying attention to the road, or something happens in front of you, just know that the car will automatically brake for you. And I think that's really awesome. Great sight lines, great visibility, love the ride height. I feel like I have a commanding view of the road without driving some massive, you know, heavy duty truck. Just a really cool truck to drive around. that does not get the attention I expected for it to get. I thought with this color and it being a new 4Runner, I would get some thumbs up or some waves or even just looks from previous 4Runner owners. And when I say none of that, it actually kind of caught me really off guard. But while we come to a stop here, let's go ahead and talk about the audio system. Now, this does have the upgraded JBL audio system. So you have tweeters in the doors, speakers in the front doors, speakers in the rear. You have that subwoofer in the tailgate, as well as 2 speakers in the tailgate as well. So you have speakers everywhere in this vehicle. Again, it is an upgraded audio system. Oh, and you do have this speaker right here that you can actually take out, which I think is really neat. So you can take it out, take it in your home, do whatever. But I think it's a really neat audio system. There's another 4Runner. We should do a 4Runner count. They are all over. But folks, just rolling into my final thoughts of the 2025 Toyota 4Runner, specifically the Trailhunter model. Let's talk about MSRP. Now, this is a $69,000 vehicle. It is pricey. Do I think it's worth it? To the right buyer, I think it could be. This is a purpose-built off-roader. And if you're into that, this is the perfect vehicle for you. You don't have to go out searching for wheels and searching for any type of equipment that you want to put on the vehicle. It's just already here and it's covered by manufacturer's warranty. Now, is that worth $70,000? That's a question you would have to ask yourself. Now, personally, I'm more of a TRD Pro fan. I love the way the TRD Pro looks a little bit better. And I think the drive of the TRD Pro is just a little bit more the type of driver that I am. But they're both top-heavy SUVs. Obviously, you're not tracking any of them. But the TRD Pro is meant for, let's say, sand duning, which usually deals with speed. And this is built more for trail hunting. And I think it speaks volumes in their names of what their purpose is. But I do think this car is worth every bit of money that the right buyer is trying to pay for. You get nice luxuries, as long as the off-road goodies can't be beat. Now, if you made it this far in the video, I absolutely appreciate you for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I'm that much closer to 5,000 subscribers, and it'll continue to help me get more cool cars like this and helping my dreams come true. So hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.